as a SR flip-flop. So it is called as a set and reset flip-flop. So whatever forgot about the G3 and G4, now consider this part only. This part here, this part is nothing but similar to your previous circuit, that is a 1-bit memory cell. So 1-bit memory cells is considered as a basic for designing any type of flip-flop. So we are considering a 1-bit memory cell. Now there is an additional part in this case, that is G3 and G4. Okay, now here it is considered as a say two inputs are there, either S or R. So set and the reset. Now with the help of this output of this one, G3 is considered as the input of G1, second input of G1, and the output of G4 it is considered as a second input of G2. Remaining circuit is a 1-bit memory cells. Now operations, if you are considering the operations of your SR flip-flop, now when the operation is depends on the binary informations, whatever the binary informations you are applying to this S and R input, because there are two inputs for this circuit. So what should be the output? Okay, so if you are considering the two input, there are four combinations. So S and for the S and R, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Now we want to design the truth table, or the we can say state table for this flip flop. So for you can check the combinations here. If S is equal to R is equal to 0, then circuit will be a same state, that is no change. Circuit is considered as the same state, that is no change, because what happen here, you are getting the 1 1 input. If you are applying the S here 0 and R, you are both from both NAND gate G3 and G4, you are getting the 1 1 output. Okay, so it will not affect on your 1-bit memory cells. It means that whatever the previous state is stored in Q, either Q will be a 0 or Q will be a 1, that particular state will be considered. Okay, so whatever so there is no change in this particular circuit, that's why it is considered as circuit will be a same state, that is a previous state, either it will be a 0 or 1. Then if second combination 0 1. Okay, now if 0 1, if S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, then Q is equal to 0. Now how it is? Now here you can apply the 0. So here output is 1. Now here output, if it is 1, 8, now we don't know the second input. Okay, we are getting the only one input value. So second input we don't know. So here what you can have, so 1. So here due to this NAND gate, 0 replaced by 1. 1, if it is 1, then Q will be a 0, because of this NAND gate, Q will be a 0. Now Q is a 0. Here R value is 1. So here R is 1. That's why the output of this G4 will be a 0. Now 0 0, 0 into 0 0. But here you are getting the 1 value. Now Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is equal to 1. Both are complement to each other. So this condition, when Q is equal to 0, we can say that when S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, your circuit is in a reset state. Now third combination is considered as a S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0. Obviously, if you apply S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0 here, then obviously you will get the Q is equal to 1. Now here, because 1 it's 0, again 0 is 1. In this way you can apply here. Okay, now this is about your second and third combination. Now observe the fourth combination. If you apply both values are 1 1, now here you are getting a 0 value, and here you are getting the 1 value. Again here you are getting a 0 value, and here you are getting the 1 value. So what happened, the both outputs Q and Q bar will try to become a 1, and which is not allowed. Why? Because it is expected that Q and Q bar always complement to each other. And here when you are applying S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, you are getting Q is equal to 1 and Q bar also 1, and that is not allowed in the flip flop. So therefore this input condition is considered as a prohibited. This condition is consider as a question mark. If S is equal to R is equal to 1, then this condition is considered as a question mark. So we are also called as this condition is also referred as a race condition. Now how to avoid this race condition? We are having another flip flop, that is a JK flip flop. Okay, so this is a actual truth table of your SR flip flop, where we are having a S and R 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1 combination. Now Q and plus 1, q n plus 1 is nothing but it is called as a next state. What is the next state of your circuit? That is nothing but our expected output. Q n is called as a present input, and q n plus 1 it is called as a next state. So when 0 0 value, there is no change in your circuit, is referred as a it is considering as a previous output. Now here 0 1, so if it is 0 1, your q n plus 1 is a 0, or it is considered as a 0. So here you can observe 1 0, here 1, and when 1 1, this is a question mark, or we can call it as a race around condition. Now here you can observe that this q n plus 1 for second and third combination, the output value is depends on the S bit. The output value is depends on the S bit. If it is S is equal to 0, then q is n plus 1 is equal to 0. If it is in this case 1 0, S is equal to 1, it is q n plus 1 is a 1. So here it is called as the reset state. Here it is considered as a state, and here it is considered as a race around condition. Now this is a timing diagram. So in case of first three, it is okay. See, first combination there is no change. Here you can see here there is no change. But when 0 1, okay, S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, suppose this combination, your value should be a q will be a 1. Here you can observe q will be 1. But when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, in that case what happens? 0, your output q, here you can observe here q is equal to 0. But if you observe here, when S is equal to 1 and the R is equal to 1, this is condition. What happened? Your state q n plus 1 is continuously changing their state, either 0 1 0 1. Okay, in this way I have taken the screenshot of this one. So here when 1 1 value is there, both are changing their states in continuously. So this condition is called as a prohibited or the race around condition. So this is your SR flip flop. Now another part of your SR flip flop is considered as a clock SR flip flop. So one additional part, this previous circuit is same. With the help of this red mark, okay, I have considered the additional part. Just you have to, in previous case for G3 and G4 having only one input, that is S and R respectively. So here we are considering the another input, that is a clock signal. So same clock signal is considered for the G3 and the G4. That's why the name is suggests clock SR flip flop. So the truth table is same. If you compare the previous SR flip flop and this one, only the additional part is about your clock pulse. Okay, so here you can add the one column, consider the clock pulse, and every time for getting this output, for getting this respective output, every time your clock pulse should be 1. Now here clock pulse, it can be mentioned by using this notation CLK. In some reference book, clock pulse can be mentioned by using CP also. So if it is mentioned CP or CLK, so it is nothing but your clock pulse. So the operation is same. When the clock pulse is 1, then the circuit will be active, it will generate the output. When the clock pulse is 0, the circuit will not generate the output, respective output.